body from not until say ordinary never know.
I'm also say that Lumba.
Some people are paid to destroy. The reality is here obeno by us of Ember. And if I will be a wounded to a fully would say no. Every and then I will hear it out. That could be maybe a
The citizenship and away German instead of say Oyen Canadian. And also most empty.
Well, I don't know that for a fact. Nobody has given me instruction. But he's a Ghanaian born German. You get the point.
Okay.
And so legally or a German, but by birth or a Santini Mapa. And he has a root and he has chosen to die in Ghana for his funeral family. And I think we should respect that.
Okay.
Germany be who Ghana. Yeah, and unless a German government say we this year and
Yeah, Mamma Akosua has been calm all this while. I say, dear, you're a very peaceful person. What she said will sit back 1 week now. What is it? On Shadan Kasa. But all of a sudden, as I said, for some way, they portray a different picture.
Abuzia mama kwa makasi pa famra daily gossip se fili kasi so abuzia news bebere twa social media yiso amafo kansem sanso na eye social media for so edin komo TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter ya why sheshe also ayede dende all because of Daddy Lumba ene ne yire no ensensem wa trending our social media so na akaya na eye just the ecosu and say papa ya wati screen so edin komo bi the father Lumba na oya sure na obedi edi say yes sana e ma ya Akosua say we maybe o kwati loan enye loan ketwa unless and the support that the Lumba in career anunti and another the Lumba na one day onti e ma me no jai sana na unim to say yes sana orobro ni so na warrior no ya na wo so warrior the Lumba no na the Lumba warrior no yes I just and somebody be nam kuro na enkomo bi ekoso e wa hasin sanso lawyer no otoso mienu asan bi dinkomo sanso na ensem bibiri guso ekoso trendy ya enye fadi agro ye beko na ensem nyina no yakobo ye nyaga na yetie de abusuafo no ka de lawyer fo ka interviews ahodo akoso e wa around yakotiti bi na fi de bayere area na yatoa so e de hase e de Lagos ene first na mesel so be share video de amobi no be so share de yankwe na wada ma ensem a etwagu e social media so no ene memfa bi enfa so platform kesi so yankwe na
not until say ordinary never know.
I'm also say that Lumba, the citizenship and away German instead of say Oyen Canadian. And also most empty.
Well, I don't know that for a fact. Nobody has given me instruction. But he's a Ghanaian born German. You get the point.
Okay.
And so legally or a German, but by birth or a Santini Mapa. And he has a root and he has chosen to die in Ghana for his funeral family. And I think we should respect that.
Okay.
Germany be who Ghana. Yeah, and unless a German government say we pay this year and we are there.
Yeah, Mamma Akosua has been calm all this while. I say, dear, you're a very peaceful person. What she said will sit back 1 week now. What is it? On Shadan Kasa. But all of a sudden, as I said, for some way, they portray a different picture of your mommy. I never did a book. No, I'm a neighbor.
I let him. So I'm making the tone of the letter of the opinion created on this part. You get the point? Yes. I am piano or to baby. In a creative work, it's needless to suggest that somebody is with the wife when the person knows that legally she is. I'm sure it will be childish on her part to sit down quietly for the funeral to be conducted. Irina said, the Bachelor Java, there's 1 year you didn't think. What does it? It will be very bitter. Until now, I say 2 and a month. So maybe I don't resolve all the problem. Let me. I be one.
Daddy, okay, Japadi, yes, me. Actually, I could say, you see, Mammy, I was just say, well, when did my brother? I Japadi be a daddy by Yan. One year, Mammy, I was here, and a bray. Now, a papa says, that be your dog running about pitching. If you knew what you will be Babon say, not a Japadi be or near Mammy, I was just say, why, while we mean in our idea more dog running. Your Mammy, I was just say, what bit me a contest, I will court.
Why not? But you knew the new instruction we have from Akosua whether he has that intention to contest. You get the point. So as a lawyer, you didn't question argument. But indeed, we are aware when they producing the first, we have to to Akosua when they produce it. Akosua what tells me that she's even contracted some no be a reason to be a man to
Oh.
And it's relative to that marriage. And the woman is embittered. According to her story, the last one before Lumba left, no, or breastfeeding.
Oh.
In Jan, no, but you get the point. So people think that he came when he was sick. The first one of Odobroni was 15 years. So it was Lumba 50 years ago.
No.
Exactly. So the stories are not properly told. A wife who has had the husband to abandon her for all this while. The warmth of her bed has been just a wabre, trans single for all these years when she's a married woman. But another woman is enjoying the husband.
Oh.
And people don't want her to talk. This is the right time for her to take a pound. And to actually there, it's very justifiable. Say, emotions the one from Lumba, also material thing. What does it? Because she can't lose the emotion and lose all the material.
Okay, not just a share. Maybe you see Kikakono. One share, a Japadio to the Lumba, a braying in a nano. One share makes me a quack with the baby.
Or matrimonial home, I'm a Brazilian. And you Lumba want to see your balance to see the and the Lumba the year will have. And you're fair. You get a point.
Yeah.
You don't be fair for Lumba to wear that property, which is for the two of them. So we'll see what happens. You see, I don't know what happened before Lumba died. I don't know his state of mind. So let's see how it works out. So let anyone lawyer indicate say Lumba papers for her, and in effect he was referring to Will that was at the right time. When those kind of stories starts coming, you also be very watchful, making sure that we have a fraudulent document, we have a Lumba there. Yes, let's hope the right thing is done. Litigation must come to an end. Maybe a year now, Dobroni bought a side check stands not now. You're saying we do stand up. We are not peacefully. We are to have an opportunity to litigate. I don't have to litigate.
Okay.
And we have to, you see, we have taken this action time use the same way a bit where we began in a year number. But say about 2 years.
Never everything pennies can let any be.
A chepa.
And
first president.
Yaman do Bruni, so
Ruben is as of yesterday. Transition for Zaka. Ruben from
okay.
And in lawyer, it has to be personal service. You get a person, so you can't save on somebody. So that's what we have. Insurance by and then you know the Amanda saying again, what means a date.
Okay.
16th.
And on the 16th, and I in a Pakushim will Massey High Court. Made the beba. Make the beba don't know. You know, Pakushim, I will home. 80 years, the what ifs. They say, you know, what if say, call Amaya Mammy Akosua Serwaah?
For the farmer, injunction, I will candia. It's a discretionary relief. What does it?
Yeah.
And to judge, you can decide to know. Woman 3 weeks, maybe as a maybe has something that.
Okay.
It's a possibility.
Yeah.
But overwhelming evidence now why this certificate near that they are attached. Nobody wants to know. This is too overwhelming. But the certificate of one for the Amma. But I enjoy the Munian whichever way it goes. But for the substantive matter, we win because I know only one law. There's not a second law. And I'm expecting.
That's the position of the law. The injunction would be heard. The family would also file an opposition to it. Indeed, the Niku and another verse is Kuku. It is the wife, just as you have it, the wife and the children filed an application, filed a writ and an injunction application. And at the end of the day, the court ruled that you cannot have the spouse and the children cannot dictate how the funeral, the arrangement, the procurement of the body from the mortuary should go. It is a decision that squarely lies with the family, through the head of family. And it is not that of the spouse to decide, but they should be consulted, and that their wishes are to be heard. So whatever they desire, whatever they have on their heart, the court describes it as wishes. And that the family should hear them.
Hesi, there's also been the question about whether or not the late high life artist committed bigamy when he married under German law, and then also customarily married his second wife.
Come again, please. I didn't get that.
Well, I'm asking. There's also been the conversation as to whether or not there was bigamy involved here when he married under German law, Akosua Serwaah, but also married Odobroni here in Ghana customarily, and whether or not that has a way of preventing Odobroni from asserting herself as the second wife or even the widow of Daddy Lumba. What does the law say?
Now, definitely, if you are married by ordinance, and you cannot marry another person by way of customary law, because the law says that customary marriage and ordinance are mutually exclusive of each other. So you need to dissolve the ordinance marriage before you marry somebody by customary law marriage. But if you marry someone by customary law marriage, you can marry another person too by customary law marriage, because customary law marriage is polygamous in nature. But once you marry somebody by ordinance, you can definitely not marry the other by customary law marriage. So, if that Daddy Lumba has done such a thing, you cannot hold him for bigamy. The person is in the morgue.
Absolutely.
The person is dead. So, at the end of the day, if they are fighting for bigamy, that will not happen. Number two, where she can fight for is letters of administration. And if Daddy Lumba has done a will, then the will speaks for itself, unless she can come under section 13 of the Will Act to say that provision was not made for her and she'll suffer hardship and all of that. That's one. Those are the sections under which the court can make a provision under the will. But aside that, currently as a field with funeral arrangements, and we are not dealing with probate or letters of administration. With funeral arrangements, everything lies with the family. The family is vested with that legal and customary authority to do it. However, the spouse or the children of the deceased are to be heard, and that is the position of the law.
But our local laws also give some privileges to, even if this is not recognized under law, it does give privileges to cohabitation, especially those that have produced children. Is that the case?
So, where we stretch it to, or where we jump the matter to issues of letters of administration or who is wife, who is not wife, at the end of the day, assuming without admitting that the one from Germany is married under ordinance, as she claims, and this one was also married under customary law marriage, then it will stand to suggest in law that the second marriage was no marriage at all, because Daddy Lumba married the first one under ordinance. So once it is under ordinance and it's mutually exclusive of each other, the second marriage before the law never existed. And that if she has to benefit under PNDC law 111, as claiming without Daddy Lumba did not execute a will, then the second wife would benefit through the children. So the children would benefit and then and that is how she will benefit there. But if Daddy Lumba indeed executed the will, then the will will dictate how everybody's rights or whatever demands under the will benefit the beneficiary.
Very well. We'll end it here and see how this plays out.
Some people are paid to destroy. That could be maybe a boy and now we should cease fire. But more and more to support team A, team B, get them one. Enough is enough. Obibia, you're pregnant, you're kept one, Adam one. Obia, yes, dear my year, the late Chancellor Jofosuno. Name them now, one can a yes, Yasheda, I did a Amano. Mama yen reserve energy now, Yedi of what them more social media. Na yen kind of na afino, yen share a man a befitting burial service. Yen man a befitting funeral right. At the end of the day, no, so better yen share so ama sabi 3 months upana actually of what yet yacha wo the year juma year or man show any munyam na others are show any munyam sa shishaye no ana abodi ye dey go for my ye to ya so the one friend me say assembly friend be gina court no ye better maybe the best way for Kenya out of court settlement honestly because Oreo Kachema Oreo Nambia Papa na kata no and Profade Pana or can't want them now what they call. So why this fight?
Okay, honorable. But as you see, China be Papa. That's former member of parliament for Mention North. Honorable Collins, Akosua Mankwa, or your coordinator, late Daddy Lumba's funeral committee, and now near Dean Comono. Ye Babe Kwamano Sunia Hena, a new rap. I am Renimni William Kusi, Ujinahoma, Akosua Serwaah Fosu. Na Ebusia Penny Victor, Owusu. Akasa, when you will bring Akasa, Yentia interview be about our man so.
Should I let you know? I'm out for the Batswab and say, hey, I was your penny, I could just carefully. Although Brenny Hamas is in an order, any is accusation of the so clear my.
I'm said, Mammy.
But all of a sudden, I said, for some way, they portray a different picture of your mammy. A deba didn't book her noir. I
let them. So I'm making. We should pay the tone of the letter that your penny created on this platform. You get the point. Yeah. I am piano or to be in a creative because it's needless to suggest that somebody is in the wife when the person knows that legally she is. I'm sure it will be childish on her part to sit down quietly for the funeral to be conducted. The Bachelor Javadias 1 year in what does it? It will be very bitter. Until now, I'll say 2 and a month. And a better award. Let me. I will be a one.
Daddy, what kind of a dear singing? Actually, my could say, you see, Mamma was just a one that the Lumba brepa. I Japan, dear beer, a beer that the Lumba yen, or near Mamma was here, and a bray. Na Papa says, that be your dog bruni about pitching. If you are waiting, will be Babon say, na a Japadia be or near Mamma was just a why, while we living in a idea more dog brunia. Your Mamma was just a wabbit me contesting our court.
Why not? But you knew the news trashing me up whether he has that intention to contest. You get the point. So as a lawyer, you didn't question argument. But indeed, we are always only producing the first, we have to appoint to.
Yeah.
Akosua when they produce here. Akosua tells me that she's even contracted some no be a little to the American or
Oh.
And it's relative to that marriage. And the woman is embittered. According to her story, the last one before Lumba left, no, or breastfeeding.
Oh.
Jan. No, but it's not her.